Hello, everyone. Welcome to Queer Games Heck Yeah for today, where we play through a bunch of queer indie games, collecting screenshots for the Queer Games Festival. Today, we're doing an interesting looking game called Talking to My Dad, uh, which I know nothing about. I don't know what the content is, so if you don't like surprise content, look away. I'm Luke Miller. I'm game dev. Um, but it's not about me. We're not here about me here today. We're about this game over there, down there, which looks super interesting to me. And the title is extremely, extremely interesting. Talking to my dad. In the context of a Queer Games Festival, I think that's really interesting already. I always think as an indie dev, your biggest marketing feature is the title of your game. And on that regard, this game's a winner. It runs in the browser, so it took a little while to load. Um, but yeah, it's beautiful to look at. We're here to take screenshots as well, so every so often I'll be pausing and doing that to take them, such as then. All right, let's get going. Um, I hope I don't cry on stream. All right, so I met your friend's dad the other day. What was his name? Oh, Ahmed? Ahmed? No, it's not that. Then who? You know, your friend from high school. How loud is that? How loud is that speech? That doesn't help really. I'll just turn it down a smidgen. That doesn't really help Dad. He's the one with the... His dad works as a radiologist. We went to his office once. Mehdi? Maybe? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's him. If you say so. What about him? Oh, I met his dad the other day. He asked about you. I told him that you're going to college. So we're going to try and pick any game we play on stream as part of Queer Games Heck Yeah. We want to try and pick the more drama-filled dialogue options. So, we want to be bad, we want to be evil, we want to provoke. Um, but I do find in these queer games, very rarely is it as simple as good and bad. The choices are almost always sort of realistic, annoying. I told him you're going to college. I don't really know. I don't really know. Get your studying. I don't really know. Get your studying. So I said you're doing. I don't really know yet. I don't really know what you're studying. So I said you're doing computer programming. Close enough. It's interactive media, Dad. Interactive what? Interactive media. It's like a mix between computer science and visual arts. I love it. Oh, so is that different from what I said? I'm not going to say anything. Oh, is that game over? Do you want the radio on? No. Alright, so, did you see your sister's honeymoon pictures? Yes. Yeah, I did. They look nice, don't they? Oh. You know, you're the only one of your siblings who isn't married yet. Your turn soon. Ha ha ha. Dad. What? I'm kidding. Can I not make jokes anymore? It's not funny. It's really not funny. Oh well. I guess we just have a different sense of humor. Uh, anyway, how is your friend Jess doing? I'm loving this game. How brilliant is this? I don't know if it's a clone or whether it's like complete. You could write to me saying there's 100 games like it, but this is the first time I've seen a game like this. It's nailed the constant, like, I feel like it's nailed a certain type of parent-child relationship. Where the parent wants to engage, but also every word they say just annoys the kid. It doesn't matter their ages, really. They could be they could be 20, or they could be 30 and 10, 50 and 30, or 180. I think it's still the same dynamic. And what? Just what? We're gonna be roommates. She's gonna be my roommate next semester in New York. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, nothing. Nothing. You've given away too much information, kid. You're very close friends, aren't you? We're not dating. She's not my girlfriend, if that's what you're asking. I didn't ask that. I just said you're very close friends. I didn't say anything like that. And even if she was your girlfriend, it would be fine. We're not that kind of family. I'm not going to tell you not to. Dad. What? Nothing. I'm loving these pauses. I'm talking over them because I'm a pleb. But, like, I love that the game just has these, like, pauses in it, waiting to speak. Say, you're being careful, right? Oh no, not this conversation. Oh my god. Oh no. Um, I'm blank facing that. This game is giving me the talk. Oh no. Do you know what's a condom? Um, yes. Yes, Dad, I know what's a condom. Can we now please stop talking about this? I'm being serious. Don't make me read out the conversation. Oh no. This is. Oh no. Um. Oh, oh dear. I've, I've walked into this one. Oh, this game has done my head in. I'm gonna need a moment. I think a lot of us have been here, having this very awkward conversation, and now I'm reliving it. Well, and it's a conversation that has to be had. I'm glad my parents had it with me. But does it need to be so word for word identical? This game has nailed it. Condoms are important. You always need to wear one. It's not just about getting someone pregnant. It's also STDs. It's very dangerous. Even if there's no penetration, even from just a brushstroke. Do you know what's a brushstroke? Um, it's when your penis just brushes the vagina. You should still wear a condom. Do you have condoms? Do you need me to buy you some? Um, we're trying to provoke, but also I think in this case I will make an exception for Queer Games Heck Yeah and just try and get through the conversation as quickly as possible. Oh, I got another message. I should never check my messages on stream. Why would I do that? Okay. Nothing good can come from it. Yes, Dad, I'm fine. I have condoms, so I don't need to buy me some. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Yes, extremely sure. 100%. Fine, fine. I just want to make sure. I know you're a very mature boy. I know you don't need me to tell you any of this, but I'm just making sure. I'm your father. This is normal. We talk about this. It's true. It's all true. But I mean, why do I have to be dragged into it? You know that, right? Oh no! Oh! Oh no! I've clicked on the wrong thing. Oh no! No! Oh, that's terrible. Oh, because I'm playing it in the browser, I still have the itch links overlaid, and I accidentally clicked on the submission to Indiepocalypse issue 29. How good is Indiepocalypse, by the way? Let's take a moment out there to celebrate what's a pretty nifty little um, digital zine, magazine. So I'm going to say zine, but I say zine, but I guess I should say zine. It's just a good little collection of games, and the person that curates it is so passionate about it. And I think they wished it was more popular. But if you wanted to be popular, you wouldn't be making a zine, I guess is what I would say. Well, this is super awkward because literally going through that conversation the first time is pretty much the most awkward gaming experience I've ever had. And now I'm kind of meant to do it a second time. This is rough. Games are meant to be fun. It'll take a little while to load. That's okay. We've been here before. Well, I mean, that so far the game is flawless. Like to me, that is just a perfect example of why games are brilliant because um, it really lets you walk a mile in someone else's shoes. And here, I viscerally feel like I'm in that conversation between those two people in a way that I don't think a novel can put you there. You know, because it is, obviously it's part novel, but it's that interactive element is what really kind of just dials up the, I'm not going to say trauma, but dials up the kind of, I don't know, involvement, engagement. Okay, we're going to zoom through it. Interactive media. Perfect pause. Perfect pause. Yes. Sisters. Winning. I mean, we could pick other options, but I don't want to, like. Yes. It's not funny. Slightly antagonistic towards a parent who's just a little bit overbearing. How's your friend Jess doing? And what? Let's just say, yeah, just that. Yeah, just that. I don't know what else you want me to say. I'm so desperate to not have to go through the conversation again. Why do you always do this? Do what? You know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you why we always do this, is because if we don't do this, we get the talk. Well, what do you want me to say? I don't know. Is she studying well? Is she also going away? Just things, news. We're friends, aren't we? I don't know if you should be friends with your parents. Can't you just be like parents? Can't your parents just be your parents? It's its own type of relationship. I'm your dad, but I'm also your friend. I mean, that's kind of fair, but also, I mean, I feel like that devalues the parental relationship. Oh, all right, we're not friends. We're not friends, Dad. We're not. I mean, yeah, you're my dad. I can't act the same with you the same way I do with my friends. That's fair. We don't have like interests in common. Like, I can't talk to you about, I don't know, video games, or why not? I can't talk to my friends about video games, so problem solved. I'm interested in what you do. Why won't you tell me about the computer games, the ones that you make? I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start. I mean, it's tough. I feel like I have the same situation with my parents. Just to, I don't know, talk about my own world for a moment. Um, they've always been supportive of the computer game stuff. To be honest, um, Mum was one of the testers for my ex-boyfriend, the Space Tyrant, one of my first games I made. Um, it was very brave of her, I think, at the time. But they didn't play the beat. I think. I don't know why. I think they were just a bit like, he'll ask us to play it if he wants us to play it, but we're not going to seek it out. But I kind of wanted them to ask if they could play it. I mean, I wanted them to buy a copy. That's what I wanted. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start. You wouldn't get it anyway, and I'll get frustrated at trying to explain it to you. Well, fine, don't tell me about games. I mean, I hope the developers' parents, I don't know if it's one developer or a group of developers, I hope all their parents play this game. It's superb. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you could try to confide in me every now and then. Ah, we avoided the talk, thank goodness. What? Can you at least try and confide in me? I'm gonna say sure, but I don't like where this is going. You know that we care a lot about you, right? Your mum, your sisters, your brother, your aunts and uncles, your grandma. We all love you very much, and we miss you very much. Oh. Do you miss us too when you go to college? Yes, of course I do. So then, did we do something wrong? Did we ever do something to hurt you? Are you mad at us? Yes, I'm mad at you. Oh, can I ask why? I don't know. I'm angry at you. At me. Not just you, at mum, at you, at everyone. I don't know. Why? You remember when I was a kid and mum wanted me to get into a bunch of things? Like she signed me up for swimming classes, karate class, piano class, but I didn't want to do any of them. But you like piano. That's not the point. My point is, it wasn't that I disliked the activities, it's that I didn't like meeting new people. Oh. When I told mum that I didn't want to do it, she called me antisocial. Ouch. She said that I couldn't do it, couldn't go on my whole life without talking to people. But you changed now. What? You have friends now, right? You talk to people. I guess, but that's not the point. If anything, it's good. It helps you break out of your shell. Yes. I find parents rarely ever concede that they may have been wrong on anything. This game is. I swear this game is doing my head in. On one level, I'm really pleased it's making me feel something, but on another level, I'm really resentful that it's making me feel something. My point is, you and Mum don't understand me. You don't know me. Of course we know you. You're our son. You're an artist. You like computers. That's now what I'm talking about. So what are you talking about? Please tell me. Help me know you. I. I. Are you, I mean, are you? Are we trying to tell our parents something here? I don't know. Are you? Are you still depressed? I'm okay. I'm fine. Really? So what you told me on the phone last month. I guess you got better? Yeah, I guess. I love you can see the road in the rear vision mirror as well. You know, when I went to study in France, I was also very sad for a while. Your brother too. He kept telling us how much he wanted to come home. What I'm saying is, you can always come back home if you want. You can take some time off. We love you. We'd be very happy if you were here. There's your family and your friends and your home. Oh, I hate it here. I don't have friends here. I'm trying not to like give a Luke answer. I'm trying to give like an entertaining thread answer, entertaining stream answer. I hate it here. Why do you always say that? What do you hate so much about it here? There's no jobs for me here. Everything sucks, and that's not true. There's a lot of things for a computer programmer to do. And it's a growing field. There's a lot of demands for things that you can do right now. You know, one of my old students, he makes games for mobile phones now. I can connect you, and Dad, it's not just that. I feel like I'm suffocating every time I'm here. Oof. I can't imagine a future for myself here. Don't say that. You haven't even given this place a chance. That you talk like you know everything. I know that I don't have rights here. Oh, what do you mean you don't have rights? You sure have a lot more rights here than back there. Here you're a citizen. That's an interesting, what do you call it? if you're like LGBT in a country where that's like illegal, you can move to another country where it is legal, but then you don't have other rights like voting or work rights or access to healthcare and stuff. That's really interesting. I've never thought about that. Like trading rights off for other rights. That's a terrible, terrible decision. You wouldn't get it. Those pauses are perfection. I've never seen pauses used in a game so effectively. I mean, obviously you see pauses in like sort of action games, I guess, to make things feel heavier or more entertaining, but to have the pause as a sort of not a narrative element, it is a mechanic. I think it's a game mechanic, but it's like they're excellent pauses. Ugh, I'm just saying that if you just stay here, Dad, it's not college. I like college. So what is it? Do you talk to your coach about it? My coach? You know, the man you told us about. He's my therapist. He's not a coach. That's a dad thing to say. You know, that's what I meant. I mean, I could try doing this in my dad's voice, but he might see this video one day, and I don't want him to get too annoyed. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of more tempted to do it that way. What do we talk to him about? All right, let's put it out. Let's put it all out there. We all feel that way sometimes. It's not sometimes. Most days I would wake up and I just don't want to do anything. Cooking, work, laundry, going out, even the stuff I know I enjoy, like playing video games or whatever. I try to think about doing these things, but all I find is hopelessness and worry, hopelessness and worry, and I try to get out of it, Dad. I try, but it's so hard. It's like I'm paralyzed. Even when I manage to force myself to do the chores or whatever, I still feel bad. All I can think of is how I'll never be able to do this one or this other thing, and what it would be like, and that it'll be like this forever. It doesn't matter how much I distract myself. It's always there. I don't remember the last time I really felt happy. And this started last semester during the lockdown? No, Dad. It started, honestly, I don't know. I can't remember ever not feeling this way. Oh dear. But you were fine when you were a kid. You were happy. You did so many things. You got into college, you had good grades, all your teachers liked you. Yes, but I wasn't happy. I was kind of miserable. Oh. So you're telling me that you've been depressed since what, middle school? I think middle school, I guess that's like year 9, I think. What, 13, 14, 15 maybe? I don't know, Dad. It's hard to remember and think of it like objectively. But I don't remember being happy. Oh. But why? What is it that you worry so much about? Oh. My future, I guess. What about it? Well, I don't know if I could find a job or like. We're doing a lot of talking. This has become a very deep and meaningful. We've gotten past the awkward silence phase. I want to keep going. We have given it its half hour, but I do want to keep going a little bit longer. That's normal, Jet. Of course, you don't know what you're doing next. That's normal. You don't have to worry about that. What if you're like in your 40s and you don't know what you're doing next? Is that normal? Because I'm wondering. I know, Dad. Even if you don't find a job, you always have us. We can support you. You can come back home. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to have everything at once. I know. I want to end this conversation. But it doesn't help no matter how many times you say it. It doesn't make me less anxious. And that's not all there is to it. It's just a fraction of the stuff I worry about. Or maybe you stop telling yourself those things. I know all of this, Dad. That's why I have my therapist. I really don't need you to tell me this. Oof, that's kind of a mean thing to say. And every time you tell me what to do anyway, it just makes me angrier. I'm terrible at that too. I'm always giving people advice when I don't think they need it or want it particularly. I know it's not rational to be mad at you when you're really just trying to help, but it doesn't help. So please, 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 just let me be. Okay. Screenshot that. So what you're telling your own father, so what? You're telling your own father that you don't want him to be involved in your life. No, I didn't say that. You know, I have more experience than you. How do you expect me to just... I'm saying, don't give me advice unless I ask for it. That's good advice. Just fixing up this microphone business. Forget it. How annoying. I'm saying, don't give advice unless I ask for it. And I will. I'll ask for it if I need it. But right now, you overwhelm me with your thoughts about everything. It's really tiring. So please. We've got another 16 hours. Can we just drive in silence, please? Promise what? That you stop telling me what you think I should do unless I ask for it. Oh, my dad's terrible for this. You know, I was saying how it takes me like 4 years to make a game. And I was like, I really want to get it down to like, 12 months. And maybe even like 6 months a game. I said that to him once, like 3 years ago. And now every time I talk to him, he's like, when's your next game coming out? I say, oh, I reckon 2 years. And he's like, oh, you should get it down to 6 months, Luke. And like, well, thanks for repeating back to me my own thing, but also kind of taking it on board as if you're giving me advice, but also now you're making it sound like I'm failing at taking 2 years at a game. I know he's well-meaning, but oof, it's annoying. Like, I don't need that pressure. And of course, if I ever did get it down to 6 months, which is what I would like to do, he'll be like, see, Luke, I told you to get it down to 6 months. What took you so long? Like, oof. This game's got to me. I don't know if I can. I worry too, son. I just can't stop doing it. Okay, well, how about this? If you can promise me this, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something I've been keeping from you for a pretty long while. Ooh, what is it? Oh, this is exciting. Can you promise? Fine, okay, I'll do my best. Okay. Oh my god, we're gonna come out. This is so exciting. This is so good. I'm sweating. I'm sweating for the kid. Ah, ah, brilliant. That was so good. Ah, I'm genuinely moved by that game. That was just actually genuinely a beautiful little game. Oh, and special thanks to my dad. Ah, that was just a really complicated little moment between two humans that I think really captured a certain relationship extremely well. It reminded me of my own parents. It reminded me of myself. How good is that? Ah, it also reminded me of long road trips. Just tick, tick, tick all over. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that game as much as I did. You can play it on itch. It's free. You can play it in the browser. You can do the other dialogue choices I didn't do, or I zoomed through some of it, so play it at your own pace. Also, I think you get something different out of it playing it yourself. because I think you'll feel those pauses. Like I felt those pauses. Uh, it was a good-looking game too. Is there anything I would change? Because that's one thing I'm trying to do when I talk about what I like. I'm also kind of be like, oh, what would I do differently? But I think it did exactly what it said on the tin, on the box. It really nailed it. I kind of wish I'd turned on the radio, but I think that might have like ended the. I think we would have missed some conversation options there. Um, yeah, that's great. I'd love to see more from these developers. What about talking to my mum, talking to my auntie, talking to my brother? Ooh, I'd pay good money for that. All right. Thank you for joining me here on Queer Games Tech. Yeah. What a little jam that was. Talking to my dad. We'll be back, or I'll be back with another game in the future.